Hello guys, today I'm gonna work on my fuel tank and battery holder. So I'm thinking of placing my battery right here and then my fuel tank a pipe coming out and placing my fuel tank right here. So for my fuel tank I'm thinking of using a 5-liter jerry can, so I think it's gonna be enough. Definitely because I'm don't gonna do a lot of distance with this thing. Little battery, so it's gonna come right here. So yeah, and first I need to make little holders for them, and I'm gonna do this with those plates. So they are not very thick, and I can make very nice little holders. So yeah, let's get to work. Great. So my base plate is done. I drilled 4 holes in the corner. This for 2 reasons. First one is to grind away these corners so you don't have the ugly cut going through. And second, if I bend this up making a box, the water can always escape. But yeah, I've made 2 bigger holes. And this is for dimple dyeing. So I 3D printed some dimple dies. I don't know if they gonna work because I also designed it, but yeah. So, and for pressing this in, I don't have a press, but I have a heavy workbench and a car jack, so I'm gonna try to figure out a blade between it and just press it in, and looks what comes out. So yeah, let's try it. Great. So my workbench is not heavy enough. Great. And it did nothing. Gonna try it in the bankschroef. Don't know how do you call it in English, but in Dutch it's called a bankschroef. Kinda working. Just not enough. So, whoa! Look at that! It's awesome. See, just with simple tools, can make awesome stuff. Now this one, and then I'm gonna bend up the corners. So here we have it. It's not done yet because I'm gonna weld the edges, but look at this. And it fits perfectly. Just look at this, man. Dimple die, awesome. Look at the space. Love it. Look at it. Oh, nice fit, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna weld it, and then I think I'm gonna make another one, a bigger one for the gas tank. I'm really loving the dimpled eyes. Look at it, it's awesome. Yeah, great. Yep, it's welded, so very clean. Yeah, it's very clean because I cleaned it. I did burn some holes and patched it up, and it's so yeah, it fits, but yeah, it's a little bit too tight. So yeah, just hitting on the weld on the inside. But it looks clean, and it will do the job of holding the battery in place. I also gonna have a rubber in the future to hold it, so this thing is going nowhere. Great. So I'm making my basket for the fuel tank, and I want to make a hole right here somewhere for this, but this isn't connected yet to my fuel tank, so I don't know where somewhere is. So I'm thinking of first welding this to my gas tank. You see, like this part with thread, it comes from the fuel tank, the original one. So like here I can thread this part off, but this I need to weld on that. And another reason, this is not straight, so yeah, if I gonna weld this on, it would like pointing that way, and I don't like it, so I want it straight. So I was thinking about welding a piece of tube like so, and then welding my connection onto the tube. I think that's the plan. So yeah, let's do it. Great.
So gross, I tighten the threads at a crochet. I pick up the cushion, some OJ. The last tape I dropped was a Rowway. It's yellow, I swear it's a Coldplay. Viva la vida, I'm swiping the visa. We working, I'm taking off no days. We going shopping at the gun range. So we finally make it to front page. A head full of dreams, some bread for the schemes. A heart that been feeling like it's a machine. I'm pushing extreme, cause I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Yeah, stay on my P's, get hit up my body like it's a disease. I'm walking on method, we taking the lead. She call me Big Poppy, I'm David Ortiz. It's what you've been waiting to see. There's moments where you gotta take it or leave. And I'm taking everything, some call it greed, but I call it living out what you believe. And I've been believing since no one was seeing the vision. Boy, racing with fate all my life, a collision course. Fighting with snakes, I'm a lion like Gryffindor. I'll be asking permission for it. This type of
So I spent like an hour to try to weld this. I got like a weird reaction. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it doesn't leak. The inside I want to coat with this. This is just halfa spray. You can weld over this, so, and it protects it against rust. So I will do this now, because otherwise when I weld this into the onto the jerry can, I cannot reach in here anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna spray paint it and then weld it onto the jerry can. Great.
The fuck? Whoa, oh god.
So after another hour of welding on this thing, it looks crap, but it was really difficult because, where is it here? Look at how thin this is. And I needed to weld on a pipe 2 millimeters, and this is not even a millimeter, so I was burning away holes this side, so but I think everything's okay now. Yeah, it really looks shite, but you don't gonna see it because the basket is coming here, so it's hidden away. That's great. But yeah, the meaning is to install it right here. So it's a little bit, yeah, I need still the hose need to turn away, so it's gonna be on the lower point, but I don't see any problem with that. So yep, great. But tomorrow I'm gonna quit for today. I've done enough welding little pieces, and then tomorrow I'm gonna finish my basket. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
So guys, while I wait for tomorrow, I found something out. This video is sponsored by GLC 3D printing. What do? They 3D print, simple as that, it's in the name. So not any kind of 3D printing, it's hard materials to print. My printer can like make PLA pieces, PET GPU pieces, struggles a little bit with ABS, but they have machines that can print like nylon parts, transparent parts, and mainly what I'm really excited about, stainless steel parts. So imagine things I can just create on the computer, send them over to GLC, and yeah, a couple of weeks later having the part in my hands, just plug and play. It will be so nice in the future. So thank you GLC 3D printing. So if you want to check them out, the link is down in the description. So yeah, great.
So it's the next day and I looked up online for special coating for fuel tanks, and I found something, just a coating you can put in there, turn it around and let it dry. So that's gonna help me for preventing rust here on the inside where I welded it. And now I'm gonna make the basket for my fuel tank, so let's go. So after dimple dyeing, it looks awesome. I'm really glad with the result, especially because it's 3D printed and it forms metal. So yeah, just need to bend the corners and weld them shut again, and then we have the basket. Awesome. So would you look at this? Dimple dyed basket. Looks great. Corners. Still learning to TIG weld, but with the grinding disc you get everything clean, so looks good. So now the tank fits in there, and I was thinking about making a tube that runs like from here, bends up to here, to connect the fuel tank. So yeah, let's do this. Great.
Hey, Stick to the code with the coach and my pros. I don't play by the rules, I just switch up the flow. Ay, chill on the weekend, give X's and no. She in love with the kid, I ain't texting the phone. Rocky Gianni got filming his gold. I was packing for Cali, ain't bring me no clothes. Touch that I'm copping a fit off the rip. Met a chick from the netty, you know it's a switch. They saw me quick, so I know it's legit. After we fuck, she meet up with her friends. They like, what happened? You glowing and shit. Cracking the game, got the codes and the glitch. I was outside so long, got frostbite. I ain't never stopped, no way, got foresight. I be on tour, my bros, no tour guide. Peter LaFleur and the dog get all mine. Soon as they call mine. Ayy, she said I look like OGZ, but this ain't Shoreline. Mob tie, send them to the archive. Go against the fam, goddamn, it's a war crime. You be on both sides, trying to get a cosign on the wrong path. Wasn't looking at the road sign. 5-star shit like Rob Van Dam when I show out. You know it's showtime. Prime time. Ride like Bo, each track a new highlight. Drop a hoop mixtape, had no coach. Can't feel like RJ, feel like Zion. Duke of New York, I ain't new to the sport. Getting out of my deal, they was selling me short. You ain't telling me shit since I started to win on my enemy's board. Bitch, look at the score. Hey, yeah, put a headstone with a beat laid. Put a track on the stove till it decay.
We make you move. Go.
Music. Ah, kabels hier. Mega. Je moet er kikken hè. Skaten. Oh, man, je zijn met de... So a lot of progress has been made on the mountain system. So this is gonna be, you already know that, but yep, right here battery holder will be between this and this. And now I'm gonna look to weld my basket for the fuel tank on it. So it's gonna be like this. Yep. So I'm gonna do this right now, and after I welded this on, I'm gonna weld this piece onto the chassis and then look to weld my basket on it, because when I first gonna weld it here, I don't gonna, yeah, there is no way I can weld here to the chassis. So first weld it to the chassis, then weld this into place. So yeah, let's go on with it. Great. I welded in my tube that holds the fuel tank and my battery, but before I place my basket for the battery, I want to make another plate that goes right here, so I can connect these to it, and then we have like a rubber spring to, yeah, avoiding the battery will flop out or something. So yeah, gonna make a plate, weld it in, weld the basket in, and then we're ready to go. Great.
Empty.
So would you look at that? Battery and fuel tank is in place. Battery is held in place by this rubber band, as I mentioned. So you can take out the battery, then yep, the tension is like spot on. So that's very nice. For here I will add a belt, a leather belt for your pants. So I can add a plate that goes out here. Then I can rivet on a belt that comes through here, runs in line, and then connects rivet again right here. So that's gonna keep the fuel tank in place, and it will also support this part. So that's great. Also, another thing to do is I need to make a plate that comes out with a bend in it, goes up, so I can put a bolt through it. So right here to this plate. And I'm gonna make sure that there's place between it, so my fiberglass body can be placed between these parts and then tighten the bolt. So I don't need to cut away a big hole. So yeah, great. Let's get to start it right now. So here we have it. I welded the plates on that I told you. So here it is, place for the body going through. Didn't test it yet, so hopefully it fits. And I riveted in Dutch we call it a blindklinkmuur, but in English I don't know. This is this, so you have thread inside of them, and you can rivet it in. So with this tool, great. It's really awesome for having threads in tin plates. Like here, I also gonna put one in, but yeah, first paint the chassis, then going to add the rivets. But this, I cannot rivet it because this was before it, so I riveted first and then welded in. So yeah, I also added this plate, and this was for my belt. So I'm not gonna install the belt yet because this is actually my belt, and yeah, don't want my pants to fall off. So I'm gonna rivet it to the plate, and here it's gonna run like this. Also riveted here. Looks awesome, especially with the leather, like the effect. And you saw that I need to add this part. This is a membrane fuel pump. So we need to have this because original, the tank is gravity fed, so that means my tank is higher than the carburetor, but my outlet of the tank is right up here, so yeah, it doesn't gonna work. So we need a fuel pump. This is a membrane fuel pump. It works with a membrane, so you don't need to regulate it. It just adjusts the pressure itself. Really awesome. So thinking of installing it right here and mounting it with a 3D printed mount, or maybe a bracket that I can find in the store. I don't know yet. Think I'm gonna first check the store if I find something that I can use. But I don't wanna make it too heavy because yeah, it's becoming a heavy thing. And I want more power, not more weight. So yeah, maybe next up I install this or I wait with it. There is work enough to do, like the radiator, shifter, pedals, and so on. So yeah, great. Oh, also these parts are for keeping the body up. So it comes here under, drill it and bolt it on. So yeah, great progress made today.
Great.
Look at this thing, it's awesome. The fuel tank looks very cute. Need to cut away a big hole. I don't know what to do with it, but yeah, otherwise you can't take the body off or put it on. So what we have is right there, very nice. And all the electrics are behind the wall. Can't see it, but very good because the fuel is separated with like, yeah, heat shield. It's the fuel is not with electric stuff. But if I gonna add the fuel pump next to the battery, it's gonna be. But yeah, I'm also worried. Well, worried. Needs to be done. If I sit in there, I can't steer because, yeah, it's too narrow. My shoulders come here and you're like, just doesn't work. So I need to cut away a very big piece here. Also, if I want to have controls like right here for my shifter, yeah, look at that. Not gonna work, so a lot of cutting still to the body. It's a shame because it looks awesome right now. But yeah, otherwise I can keep it for display with the body on and ride it without it, but what's the point? I mean, I want to ride with the body on it. It's much cooler. So next up, hold on. I still want to add a little piece right under here. That comes right here, and I'm gonna just show you what it is. It's this. What is it? It is a little, how do you call it? It's for a trailer, but it's for a bicycle. So if I want to add later maybe a little trailer, and in the future on the trailer maybe another project, not gonna spoil it, but it's already here, the other project, you maybe saw it. So it need to be somewhere like this. Gonna look funny, small. it's also small, but this is really small for this project. But I'm not gonna race it with this with a trailer on, so we're okay with some small pieces like this. After this is done, I can start looking for the radiator. So yeah, coming a lot closer to starting this thing up, but we are not there yet, so very great. So guys, it's the next day and I went to the shop and found this. This is a bracket for holding up pipes or something, I don't know, but it works fine for this pump. I'm thinking of adding a little bracket so I can mount it right here. So yeah, quite easy job. And after I done this, I'm gonna add a little thing for the trailer. So yeah, I'm gonna do this right now. Very great. So I welded in a plate to mount my fuel pump. So here we have it. It's nicely strong, definitely for a fuel pump. first I wanted to make this plate, just a very small plate, just to hold the fuel pump, but I looked at that wiring harness, and in the future, like all this needs to have a place, and therefore I have added like 4 holes with thread in them, so I can make with this fine plate, 1mm plate, little brackets to hold on the electric stuff. So everything is nice and compact here. So yeah, very nice. And now I'm gonna look for the, how do you call it, the trailer hook or something. So okay, let's do this. Great. So I'm gonna look between the scrap parts. So here are all the scrap parts I use. Just need to find one with a bend, like this weird piece. So yeah, I can use this right here. Let's go. So a little problem. I was thinking of, so that's the piece that connects to the chassis, and I welded, well, I would weld this part on it, but the problem is, if I can get this straight, one-handed, doing scheisse, this piece, wait a second, really hard to do it with one hand, oh, come on. So yeah, scheisse, I'm just gonna flip it. It would like connect here, and this corner will like in this corner, but I cannot open it all the way because it hits. So yeah, it needs to come like here, and the plate interacts. So not gonna do that. I was thinking about using this part, but I am hungry, and look what my mother made me. Thanks, mother. Great. So guys, the part for the trailer is connected. So well done right here, bent up, and I spent way more time than I wanted on this piece, but it's finally done. And yeah, in the future, if you have a trailer, it will be nice. So yeah, glad it's on there. Now I will put the body on it again and see how it looks. See you in a minute. Great. So here you have it, the beautiful piece of art. Don't really see it, just blend in with this line, but you have like this, then a little tube coming out with this bicycle, thing on it, so quite funny, but I like it. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's quite ugly, but yeah, we'll see in the future. Not a big problem for now. Everything is also nice in here. So electronics I can mount right here. I have a lot of space. So right here and here above my fuel pump. Yeah, coming together quite nice. Look at the beast, epic. So in the next video I will look for the cooling system, so the radiator and etc. And also I think connected chain, so we have the drivetrain fully connected. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.